All right, bro, man. Tell me where you from. Tell them your name. Let's get a quick rundown.
I'm Judd. I'm from Los Banos, California.
Yep.
Yeah.
So before we, go too deep into it, man, let's just start talking about before joining the program, right? So how were your performances before you joined coaching program?
My performance was like kind of like mediocre. Like I was struggling to kind of run like sub 12
Hmm.
and I like struggled with like just with my top speed in my opinion. Like
So, I guess what specific struggles were you facing with your training and competition?
I think just getting like my form, my block start, and then projecting myself and like my drive phase. I just felt like what I struggled with was just like not actually driving, but instead I was just landing and just going and heading to my like going to my stride.
Yeah, not to coach you up on this video, but I remember we talked about kind of just a crash instead of a
Yeah,
right? Those are two
yeah.
different things. And I guess, not to get too far off sidetrack, how'd that make you feel having that crash, right? Not the improvement we made, but
Mhm.
the struggle with actually, accelerating and those things.
It kind of like made me feel so like lost and confused because like I look at like other athletes and look at their start and then like in some ways like it looks similar, but in some ways it doesn't look similar. And so then it's like making me confused whether my start is like a good start or if it's a bad start.
You just didn't know. You had a lack of guidance.
Yeah, yeah, lack of guidance.
So, what were you, knowing that it made you feel kind of confused, you felt like you just didn't know. What were you unable to achieve that you wish you could have, if that makes sense?
With like well, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, so okay, sorry, I probably should have had been a little bit more clear with that question.
No, it's okay.
How do I say this? In terms of like your acceleration, it's something that you struggled with, right?
Hmm.
And you said it gave you a little bit of a feeling of just kind of confusion and you just didn't know. Like you knew it wasn't right, but it kind of looked like what was right, but you just didn't really know what to do. So it was a little bit of a lack of guidance.
Yeah.
Was there something that you wish you had to help you achieve better guidance, or like what was it that you were unable to achieve that you wish you could have?
I wish like well like I just wish like I had guidance, like a coach like there analyzing like, you know what I'm saying? Like in that moment and just like fixing what I need to fix.
Feel that. And that's often something that a lot of people struggle with, right? I know athletes that came to the group and they were one of 75 people in a group, or another coach that just didn't give them attention. And now
Yeah.
they have one-on-one attention. I mean, they're dropping times like crazy, right? Like sometimes coaches don't see the potential in people.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that we was able to help you start to reach some of that better.
Yeah.
So what impact did, wanting that guidance, wanting that coaching, but not having it, right? What impact of you not having it affected, how did that impact affected your confidence, your goals, your relationships with teammates, friends, like that lack of guidance? How did that impact those other areas of your
Well, it just like led to like a lot of questions and me asking my friends, "Oh, like let me see your block start," because like I want to like compare and I just compare with other athletes since I didn't really have like someone there to guide me. So then I just base it off like social media, what they're telling me, and yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a good point, right? And it kind of
Hmm.
leads to the next question, right? So you went on social media, you looked at other things to just get your questions answered. So I guess that kind of leads into how'd you even, find out about what we offer here? Like, how'd you find out about us?
Oh, I found out through like the reels and then
Hmm.
like the daily tactics that you post.
Yeah.
And I was just like it caught my attention because like you said some like a pretty like I don't know, you just caught my attention. And I went to your account and then I like joined like the school thing
Hmm.
and then yeah, that's how I found out.
So it sounds like it was a whole process, right? Like
Hmm.
there was you just scrolling, probably just, doing whatever, then
Yeah.
kind of something just spoke to you. So can you tell me like what was your thoughts that you went through as you were like learning about the group, learning about the program, learning about, track and field, all of these things? What were some of your thoughts about that?
My thoughts was just like, oh, maybe this could help me, or like maybe this could like make me like a faster athlete or like a better athlete.
And there's inherently some
Hmm.
fear, right? There's always
Yeah.
some doubt. And I remember you told me like you joined other coaching programs, you had
Oh,
other
yeah.
experiences. What were some of the fears that might have came from those other programs, or just other fears in general, or doubts that you had about joining a program? Because I know there had to been some, right? There's always
Yeah. Like I doubt like I had was just like, oh, like what if this guy was just basically like, scamming me, you know what I'm saying? Or like
Yeah.
like what if I don't even improve, or like I just did all of this, did all that just for like no improvement. That was just like one of my biggest doubts and fears.
So that was something that was just kind of I don't want to say a limiting factor, but it was like a feeling. You was like, man,
Yeah.
if this
Yeah.
dude just scans me, and I'm just like, because some people join coaching programs that get slower, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's just like kind of like demotivating if that would happen.
Yeah. So ultimately, you went through those thoughts, but you ultimately decided to move through it, right? You ultimately
Mhm.
decided to say yes. What was the reason that you decided to say yes anyway?
Well, like you said, it was just guidance, and I feel like I already had like seasons coming up. I'm still going to the track and stuff, no guidance, and I didn't even feel myself improve, and I felt like joining the program would like help me become a better athlete in just faster times.
Man, thank you for saying that, man. And I'm happy that you're having that experience.
Yeah.
So, now that you joined the program, you're about maybe a quarter away into training, a quarter way into the program of year one, right? We haven't even got into the more advanced tactics yet.
Yeah.
But, where is your performance now?
Well, my performance now, I just feel like it like greatly improved. My struggles was with my like drive phase and I like crashing. But now I feel like super strong. Like looking at the videos, like I'd get off the block and then like my ankle would collapse, and then
Mhm.
I wouldn't be able to push. And then looking at it now, it's like my ankle lands, it looks hella stiff. So then I'm just like hella pushing.
Mhm.
And I feel that too when I'm running. Like I just feel stronger. And yeah.
So I mean that's awesome, right? Like
Hmm.
to be a quarter way in and have one of your greatest weaknesses kind of turn into a strength is
Yeah.
it's remarkable, right?
Yeah.
But now that you know that and you're seeing it, how does that actually make you feel?
It makes me feel like hopeful and excited for like the upcoming season,
Yeah.
and like just like hungry, like motivated to just keep going.
Feel that, man. And that
Yeah.
kind of leads to the next question as well, right? You're hungry, you're hopeful for the next season, for this season, right? But what
Hmm.
are you able to do now that you couldn't do before?
Like I said, just like my dry phase and like not actually pushing. And can you repeat the question?
Yeah, I mean, that's
Alright,
pretty
man.
much a really good answer, right? It
Mhm.
sums
Yeah.
up is what were you able to really do now that you couldn't do before, right? And you
Oh
talked
yeah.
about that drive phase and the improvement of it, and
Hmm.
that's going to show itself this season.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so man, I've had the pleasure of, talking to you, developing a relationship with you. I'm really getting to know you. You kind of get to know me. We know a little bit
Yeah.
more about each other, right? So I guess, from our relationship, from our coaching sessions, what unexpected or positive things that you've had this year, from this training group and your relationships, your team dynamics, your friends, and personal goals? What are some of those unexpected positive things that's happened?
I think just confidence. I
Mm.
feel like before I wasn't really confident. Like if someone were to like ask me, "Oh, like I'm faster than you," I'd have like a doubt in my head.
Hmm.
But now I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's
You
like
just won't be.
yeah, 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 exactly.
I feel that, man. That's an awesome answer, right? And confidence is one of those things that takes you a long way, right?
Yeah.
Even in just track and field. But what about outside of that, right? Like, are you feeling better around your friends, right? Are you more confident with your interaction and your relationships? Tell me a little more about that.
Yeah, I'd say yeah, I do feel more confident, and I feel like I'm doing something for my goals. So then I feel like it sets me up for life, because like I'm chasing this thing, and I'm like I basically like took a step forward to growing.
It's an awesome answer. It's amazing because that's really what it is, right?
Hmm.
So now we're reaching the end of this call, man. I guess one final question I have for you is, right, you were on the edge about joining the program. You didn't know if this would be for you, but you
Hmm.
ultimately decided to do it anyways. What would you tell somebody right now, that's unsure about taking their next step with their speed training? What would you tell that person right now?
I'd say like life has risks, and if you want to succeed, you have to take that risk and just like roll with it.
It's awesome. That's a really good answer. There's inherent risk to everything in life, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it works out like this one. And other
Hmm.
times it just don't. But as long as you keep striving, right, and keep searching, it will come your way. If you'd have stopped after you had your first bad experience with a coach, you might have not had this one, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
That's how it goes, man. I'm happy to have you in this conversation today. And I hope, this could serve somebody else the way that, it served each other, right? So
Hmm.
nice talking to you, bro. Hope you have a good night. And we'll chop it up tomorrow, man. I'll shoot you a text and we can talk about how we're going to continuously improve.
I got you.
All right, bro. It's nice
All right.
talking to you, man.
Yo, you too, man. Have a good
Yeah.
one. Peace.